Welcome back all, Laura here. So here we go, we're getting ready to finally head out east like the game wants us to after all that hubbub, but we got a lot done, didn't we? Not to mention after that last little outing at Gold Rush Mountain, all those Korok seeds, I jetted back over to Korok Forest. I got myself another stamina vessel, meaning I now have about 2 wheels and 1/5. And I also, with the 64 Korok seeds I had, I got myself 2 extra bow spots and 1 more on my weapons. Now the next weapon is going to cost 45, the last one will be 55. The final is reserved for the Master Sword, unfortunately. But with those 2, or 3, excuse me, bought, I still had 9 seeds left over. So anyway, heading out east, I like to launch from the Great Plateau Tower. Go ahead and find the roadway here. And all we're really going to do is touch down, and there's lots to do right here in this little area, so let's get to work. There's a couple of things off to the left we're going to go hit real quick. There's a little bad boy nest up here. There's some loose weaponry, not to mention some bad guys to take down. And gemstones and treasure and all sorts of fun stuff. Right smack dab in the face. Alright, so treasure chest number 1. Now, let's see if my stamps hold out for all this. Alright, so like I said, you have some loose weaponry here. Grab it if you need it. And I'd rather have that spear than that stupid axe. So don't mind if I do. Always take the time to open up all crates. Grab whatever arrows or whatever's, hiding inside there for you. I always recommend that because, well, for one, you can never have enough arrows. Or apples or acorns or whatever happens to drop for you. Always check the wagons. Search or whatever, spam that A button on either side of any decayed, broken down wagon. There's a caveat to that. It has to be above ground, so if it's like this one where it's underground, it's not going to work. The baseboards have to be above ground in order for you to get your gemstones. Alright, so moving right along. We're going to climb this little hilltop, go to the top of this next tower. There's another treasure chest up there for us. Lots and lots of treasure in this game. Gotta love it. I'm letting my geek flag fly, that's okay. Fire arrows. They give you more fire arrows in this game than you're ever going to need. So I don't recommend really fighting with those. I instead use those for lighting fires when I'm out and about. And when the need arises, melting ice blocks for Korok seeds. Sometimes there will be a treasure chest or something hiding in those ice blocks. Okay, heading back down to our roadway now. We're going to check out these little ruin structures. And I don't think there's anything in this one or this one, to be honest, but I'm going to check them just to be double sure here. Okay, so nothing. But across the way, there's some goodies. Always check these broken down machines. Spam the A button, search, whatever. There's always free Guardian parts in those. The more the merrier when it comes to that. I'll zoom in a little here for you. And some of these are actually going to have 2 things to search for. So I just always check a couple of different angles on these things. Case in point, I just found a Guardian part and a gemstone under that one. Pretty awesome. Open every crate, check every box, barrel, etc. Apples, even if you have 100 of them by now, just keep on collecting. Arrows, you can never have enough arrows. And trust me, you're going to go through them, so do take the time to collect those. Okay, this is going to be a traveler's bow. I don't know if I want it. Sure. Ooh, we're starting to get bonuses on things like that. That's a good sign that we're getting ready to head into the soldier's bow arena. As we progress up through the ranks of enemies, working up toward our silver, we're going to be getting better and better weaponry as we do. So, right now we're only getting bonuses on Traveler's stuff. Eventually we're going to end up with bonuses all the way up to Royal stuff, which is really where it's at. I'll take that back. When you start getting bonuses on night level weaponry, that's a really good indicator you're really close to silver enemies. So I'm going to be going on random hunts periodically. The more overall KO credit you can build up, the better. The faster you'll get to those silver enemies. Okay, and I think I missed a wagon back here, so I'm going to just double back. I'm going to grab my horse anyway here in a moment. Where is that wagon? Ah! Okay, so like I said, always take the time to check your wagons for free gemstones. The more the merrier, folks. That is your primary source of cash flow in this game. And don't hate on the amber, and don't hate on the flint. All that stuff is worth money, too. Alright. Moving right along, we're still heading east now. We just finished this little section of ruins. There are more coming up, off to the left. But before we quite get that far, I wanted to show you guys where there's a bunch of Rushrooms on this little cliffside here. And you're going to need lots of Rushrooms in this game, so collect them all, every chance you get. You're going to need 55 for a side quest called Rushroom Rush, and that's worth a diamond, so it's lucrative, you know, it's worth it. And then you're going to need an additional 30 for upgrading gear. So I think that's going to be for boots. Snow boots and sand boots. Okay, I'm going to check these ruins here since we're on the subject. Try to do a really good thorough search for y'all. There's a Korok seed out here anyway, so I'm not just out here to waste time. We're actually here for a Korok seed. Ouch! Oh my goodness, what is the matter with me? Come on, Lane, get with it, brother. I normally don't mess with these red guys too much, just because they don't drop the best materials. But he was in my way. If you see grasshoppers out here hopping around, do take the time to go scoop them up. So to do so, make sure that you have your full stealth equipped. Obviously, to make sure you can scoop those bad boys up. Reason being, you need 10 of those crickets, and I have 7 now. For a side quest when we get to Hunt No Village, I can't remember what it's called, but it's worth 100 rupees. The love of my heart, or the love of my something, I can't remember. Either way, this guy's going to want you to talk to this girl for him and ask her what she likes, and she's going to say 100 crickets, which is a bunch of hogwash, but nonetheless, it's part of the game. Now, I am going to go ahead and grab this Moblin Club, because there's also a side quest in Hunt No Village where we need a Traveler's Sword, a Moblin Club, and a Fire Rod. So the only thing I'm missing right now is a Traveler's Sword, and don't worry, I'm going to show you where there's one at. On the way, actually, to Hunt No Village. So for now, all we're really interested in is the Fire Rod and the Moblin Club. So just make sure whatever you do that you do not break those 2 items. Alright, so while we're here, let's go ahead and grab this Korok seed I keep talking about. Whenever you come to a stump like this, turn on your yellow rune. That'll help you to see these things flying around. Now this one's a little pesky. You kind of have to time it right, and I didn't. Alright, folks. And that one was way out here, kind of off, just north of that shrine down there. I think that one's called the Winds, or the Wind Guides You. Bashkala Shrine. Alright, so now we're going to head back toward that shrine. And kind of veer off to the left, there's another ruin over here with another treasure chest. And we don't need balloons. This time we can just magnesis these bad boys out of the way. Alright, so assuming it's not raining in your game, go ahead and climb this tower here, or this flagpole I should say. You'll have a Korok seed up there waiting for you. If it's raining, you might just want to wait until it's not raining and come back later. It is very difficult to make climbs in the rain at this stage in the game without having that climbing gear upgraded yet. And be careful up there to make sure that your icon says examine before you start pressing that A button. Otherwise you might find yourself falling off the flagpole. That's never a good day. Alright, I think there's one more treasure chest in a ruin here. Let me just double check. Come on, Link. Linkster. And sure enough. And this is going to be another bow, if memory serves. I'm going to leave that, because later on, as we progress up through the ranks of weaponry, that's eventually going to be a royal bow. So I'm going to leave that for later reference. Or for later gathering. Right now we're getting Traveler's Plus, meaning we're getting bonuses on Traveler's stuff, which is a good sign that we're working our way up to soldier level weaponry. And that's a very good indicator that you're progressing up through your ranks of enemies. Alright, so while we're here, right next to this shrine, there's a couple gemstones right here. I think you just saw those. Do take the time to gather your gemstones. There's also another wagon wheel up here somewhere. Just spam that A button on either side of your wagon and you'll get your gemstones. Okay, I'm gonna grab my horse. We're gonna kind of take a little side tour here. There's another Korok seed waiting for us. So just to show you on the map where we're at, that's where our wagon wheel was. We're heading south on this little T-intersection roadway now. And we're looking for a cave with flowers, and that is, of course, a Korok seed waiting. And just go in order here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, from here we're going to get on the mountain and go for a little climb, grabbing your Rushroom on the way. And I hear rain, that's never good. Or I should say I hear thunder. You don't really hear rain, do you? Not until it's here, anyway. Alright, so this is what I'm looking for. This little ruin on top of this mountain. A little bit out of the way, but it's worth it. It's a Korok seed. Scouts Hill. That's where we're at. Okay, now we're going to head northbound. And hopefully I can make the climb up this concrete pillar. I'm going the wrong way. Silly me. And I should probably get my wooden stuff equipped so I'm not getting zapped in the rain here. Excuse me. And that's what I'm looking for, that stone pillar up ahead. And this is why I'm not happy that it's raining. I will try to climb it though, because we have quite a bit of stamina built up now. Who knows, it might be doable. Count your steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, slide. Rinse, slather, and repeat until you make it to the top. You can climb any surface in the rain, even though the game will tell you otherwise. I don't normally like to do it because it starts becoming expensive with stamina, as you're about to see. This is why I like those yellow, because you get a full replenishment on the green, in addition to the little extra sliver of yellow. And I think I just made that climb, folks. Excellent. And there you have it. That is how you climb in the rain. Alright, so from here I'm going to head back down toward the shrine. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to veer off to the right from that slightly. Head toward the river. You're going to rune around and look for a boulder. Woohoo. Lightning strike, baby. And we're going to push that boulder down the hill into a hole in the ground. I don't know if you can see that on my screen or not, but it's way down there at the bottom. Okay, for the map, that's where we're at. Next to the Hylia River there. So continuing on down the mountain, we will come to yet another Korok seed. Oh, that lightning is relentless. This one's going to be a little tricky, I'm not going to lie. You're probably going to have to play with this one a little while, get this one right. Position your ice block not too close to the ring of rocks. Otherwise, your rock will bounce and go right over. That's not a good day. So just try to aim yourself as best as possible. Don't get too close to the edge here. Give yourself a little distance. If you get a lucky bounce, it'll go right in. And I did not get a lucky bounce. Okay, that might be too close to the ring of rocks there. I'll try again and then I'll reposition if need be. Unbelievable. I might be standing too close to the ledge there too. Okay, that one worked. So like I said, you might have to play with that one a little while. Just stay with it. If you run out of rocks, just come back later and the rocks will reappear for you. Alright, so that's where that one was, and of course there's where our piles of rocks were. So now we're going to head toward this bridge, where there are yet some more goodies to be had. Boy, that lightning is out of control. Okay, you got some green mushrooms on either side of this bridge entrance. Alright, so from the edge here, go ahead and turn on your yellow rune. You should see a floating treasure chest. And we're going to go in after it. Also, keep your eyes open for Staminoka bass that might be swimming around. Or possibly even golden-looking fish that we haven't seen yet in my walkthrough. And those are called mighty carp. I don't think I see any at the moment. But I do think I see a stamina. No, it's armored. I hate those fish. That's for defense, by the way, and I'm not big on defense in this game, so... What I'm really looking for is the mighty carp, because that's your attack power. Alright, so we're going to head back over toward the bridge. We're going to make some ice blocks on the way. Reason being, there's a treasure chest sunken underneath the bridge here. And there he is. And silly me, I forgot to mark on the map that floating treasure chest. I need to do a better job with that. Quick 50 rupees. Okay, so yet some more ice blocks. We're going to continue on the direction of the bridge for another Korok seed. And there he is. Okay, from here we're going to head south. There's a treasure chest out here, and I'll just mark it now because I know where it is. Then we're going to kind of follow this shoreline. There's a couple of more Korok seeds out that way as well. And if your bad guys are asleep because it's nighttime, take the opportunity to get some sneak striking in. Ooh, there's some mighty carp. So they look kind of like they're striped. They're golden on top and kind of white on the bottom. Mighty carp, baby. Those are for attack power. They're not quite as potent as mighty prongy. They're about the same as your mighty bananas. But either way, it's still ingredients that you need for cooking attack power meals. Make sure that your full stealth is equipped for the sneak striking, just so you can walk around a little faster. And the trick to sneak strikes is make sure you're not too close to an object, otherwise Link is going to want to take whatever's laying there, and he won't want to sneak strike. So that can get kind of tricky. And you got some loose weaponry sitting here as well. Alright folks, we're going to, like I said, we're going to head along the shoreline here. And we're looking for a rock to pick up now. And that's another Korok seed. I think it's up ahead here. And there he is. And last but not least, a puzzle block configuration. If you see these sneaky river snails, make sure you scoop those up as well. I probably need to be doing a better job in my game of killing stuff. Oh, I know a little trick to these guys, by the way. If you're close to water and you don't want to have to kill them, just kick their heads into the water, and that will also kill them. Just make sure the water is deep enough to where they can't roll back. Easy peasy. And to kick their heads into the water, you just use the same button as to throw an object, the throw button. If you're holding onto a head, it'll just kick it instead of throw it. I was really hoping for some stamina fish here, because I'm dangerously low on my stamina ingredients. In fact, I think I see a couple. Nope, they're Hyrule Bass. Crap. Okay. Spilt milk. I'm not gonna cry. Alright, folks. So that's where that Korok seed was. We're gonna head up this little, I don't know, valley-looking thing. You got some gemstones for the taking. Once we get our Sheikah Slate upgraded for the bombs, your bombs will recharge so much faster, you won't have to bounce back and forth between the two anymore. You'll just be able to load one right up after the other. Very, very handy feature. And you're going to need 3 ancient shafts for that. I don't think I have 3 ancient shafts yet. I only have the one still. That's a bad, bad deal. Hopefully you're having better luck in your games on that. Those are randomized. So do bear that in mind. Okay, so continuing uphill here, just to show you guys where we're going to the top of this little mountain peak here. Reason being, there's another Korok seed, and you can probably see the pinwheel on my screen by now. And these are a little tricky. I like to use bomb arrows just because sometimes you get more than one with one blast. That was stupid. Come on, genius. There we go. But of course that cost me a lot more shots than it should have. The faster moving ones are a little trickier to hit. Alright. So that's pretty much it for the bridge area between the Great Plateau heading east toward the bridge. I think I marked all the treasure chests that we uncovered. We got quite a few Korok seeds. 9 minus 19 is 10 in all. And there's still plenty more to do as we continue heading out east. Lots more treasure, lots more Korok seeds in this area. So for now, what we're going to do is we are actually going to fly down... yeah, we're going to fly down toward the front of this little hollowed out tree here for our next Korok seed. And that will be a yellow flower type. You can actually see it from the mountaintop up here. Alright folks, I need to take a quick break in the video. After so many minutes, the camera automatically, I think it's 30 minutes, breaks. And then it's hard for me to figure out where I was when I go to upload. So, when we come back, we will continue on our trip out west. East.